Hi, it's Gracie,
And Ryan.
and we are going to do something that so many gardeners ask us about all the time, which is I planted a rose bush somewhere last year. I don't really like where it is. It doesn't get enough sun. It didn't grow well. I want to move it. Can I move it? Yes,
Yes.
you can move it. Preferably, you always want to move rose bushes and most plants for that matter, any plant, in the winter. Despite the fact that this rose has a lot of foliage on it from last year still, it is winter. So Ryan is going to show you how we would go about moving this bush.
Okay.
And the first thing to do that is to prune it down and get all of last year's growth off the plant. I would prune it down underneath all that.
Well,
Prune it down just like normal. And this is all dressed up. It's a beautiful pink rose. And it, like, look at these blooms. They've been rained on, they've been wind.
one of our favorites here.
One of our favorites. Very, very indestructible and fragrant and blooms in big sprays.
Yep.
It's a great one.
Beautiful plant.
Okay. And it's blooming in the winter, very randomly, just whatever is left on the plant. Okay.
Take this guy out.
Yeah, take that guy out. It's like crossing in front there. Okay. And then, yeah, take that out too. Okay. So we have left, or Ryan has left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nice, thick, beautiful canes on this rose. And now we already have a new spot picked out for this. And the truth is, the spot is in one of your gardens. This rose is getting shipped to one of you. But we're going to pretend like we're moving it. Because if we were to move this rose bush right now to another location on our farm, it would be the same as planting any other rose bush, right? So really the transplanting process in the winter is removal, okay?
So I'm going to clear space, I don't know, about a couple of feet on each side. You want to get as much of the root ball as you possibly can. You're not going to be able to get everything, but you just want to take circles around it. You dig up.
And this is quite moist where Ryan's working. The soil is really nice.
Yep.
And nice and moist, so he should have a fairly easy time getting in there.
So I'm going to start a little bit back.
He's starting about a foot from the bud union here. And he's going to make a few cuts all the way around the plant before he does any real lifting. This is to loosen the roots and to hopefully when he does lift the plant out, he doesn't tear the roots or tear the plant. So you just go kind of gently.
And this is how we moved several thousand plants.
Several,
last year.
like 30.
Well, I mean,
Several.
30,
Whatever it was, I don't know.
30,000 plants.
It's a memory I don't want to do again.
No.
Okay. But we didn't really lose any, so that's
Okay.
okay.
So just keep working around. You can feel it moving.
Yeah, Ryan can feel the plant sort of starting to like unearth a bit.
Yep.
And he's just really trying to loosen it, and you go slow with it.
Okay.
You feel like you got under it?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Should be good.
So he's going to gently lift this plant up, and we're going to see how many roots we got. Okay. This is good. This is good. Now, this rose has only been in this spot for a year, so it's not like it was super, super, super established. So look at all these nice long roots that he's got. This root here is as long as the canes are, which is what you want to see. And it's very wet.
Yep.
The soil's nice and wet. We had some good rain here.
We can, if you're going to transplant this to a new spot on your farm or your
Property.
Your house, you don't have to remove the dirt. You can leave it there. We're cleaning it up because we're shipping it out. But if you're just transplanting it from one place to another at your house, then just leave all the dirt there. It'll be fine.
Throw it on put the rose on like a trash bag or a tarp, and just pull it up and then drag it over to, and if you don't want to carry it, drag it over to the new spot. You're going to dig a hole, like a normal hole, like you're planting a rose bush, so about 2 feet wide and round, 2 feet deep. You'll add your amendments in, and then this plant will be good to go. And remember, this is only for winter transplanting. This is not during the season. We will show you how to do that during our growing season, which doesn't start for a couple more months. It's just not suggested. You really don't want to move plants once they are already a living plant with green on them.
Yeah.
So this is the time to do this.
And now that I see where my roots are, I'm going to even come in and cut this down a little more. These are a little long, and it's tough to see sometimes when you're pruning. But I'm going to probably come down here and bring them all, take another 6 inches off of them.
Yeah, which will, sometimes that sounds scary to a gardener, but like the more you prune the plant back, the more vigor these bud eyes will have to push new growth. And you can see these bud eyes on this plant are already waking up, even the ones down lower on the canes. So that's not a problem at all. So that's transplanting in the winter. It's all about how you dig it up. And the best advice would be to make sure your soil is pretty wet, not saturated and soaked, but like nice so that you've got some soil attached and that the plant is nice and hydrated before you take it out of the ground.
Yeah.
And that's it. Bye.
It's easy.